Thank you, Paul. All right, we'll call a meeting to order for the Cottrellville Township Board meeting for October 13th, 2001. This is our regular meeting for the month. We'll all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Tom?
Here.
Bev? Here. Mary Agnes?
Here. Sherry? Here. Carl's absent. Okay. Agenda approval, we have a couple of additions. We have a request for payment for Kelly Law Firm. We have a request for payment for UHY, our auditors. We have, under new business, items 4, 5, and 6. 4 is for discussion of money that should arrive from the coronavirus local fund fiscal recovery fund is our first distribution. Number 5 is talk about a seawall that's given away at 7503 River Road. And the last one is number 6 is reporting of a electrical storm where lightning struck the sewer station back on August 24th. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda with these additions, please?
I make a motion to approve them.
Okay.
With the addition.
Do we have any support?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Nays, hearing none, motion carried. Thank you. First item on the consent agenda is the approval of the board minutes from a regular meeting on Wednesday, September 8th, 2021. We also have the approval of the treasurer's reports, the reconciliation of the tax account 3905, the reconciliation of the general checking number 5667, and the cash summary report by account general fund and also the Cottrellville Township investments reports. These are all for the month of August 31st, 2021. We also have the approval of clerks reports. Those are for revenue and expenditure report periods beginning September 1st and ending September 30th. It's 24 pages. There's also the approval of paychecks, payroll dates from September 1st through September 30th. Gross total amount of $31,905.23. The paycheck numbers 2898 through 2930. We also have approval of accounts payable, $783.93 for.
He said 83.
Oh, I'm sorry, $738.93 for open to be paid through September 1st and through September 30th. There's $96,504.47 that have already been paid, 34 checks in total from 209.63 through 209.96. Also, new item number 3, the bank tax account has 5 disbursements, leaving a balance of no, that's a total of $2,195,072.01. And the grand total of payables and tax disbursements, which are both of those items listed as CSC2 plus C3C3, is $2,291,376.48. We also have correspondence in the way of the Marine City Fire Authority Department runs for September and Ira Township Department runs for September that are included in our Cottrellville Township area. Do we have, I guess we got to go through this consent agenda. Request for approval of the payment of Kelly Law Firm in the amount of $350 for email exchanges regarding fees in lieu of special assessments, review files for UHY, telephone conversations regarding the Planning Commission submission, review of materials for that, emails to Mrs. Runyon, and review of the building code. There's also the request for approval of payment to UHY, which used to be SBW, our former accountants. This is the new name for them, in the amount of $15,000 for accounting services for Cottrellville Township's year-end report as of March 31st, 2021, in a financial statement, which was discussed pretty thoroughly about a half hour ago. at a special meeting that we had here prior to this one. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented with the additional information presided?
I so move.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. We're paying bills, so this would be a roll call vote, please, Sherry.
Tom?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes.
Bev?
Yes.
Sherry? Yes.
Carl's
Carl's
absent.
absent.
Motion carried. Thank you very much. The next item is open session. We have no one in the audience, so we don't have to worry about that. E is unfinished business. It's an update on the seawall replacement and demolition of the house at 7503 River Road. We're gonna move that into new business as we got some other things that are in relation to that. The first item on new business is with the help of the clerk's office and the deputy clerk, Michelle Apton, the township applied for current award of $361,107 for the coronavirus local fiscal recovery fund. It's CLFRP, and it's our first distribution, and it's in the amount of $180,553.50, and it should arrive by October 31st, 2021. So we'll be expecting that. We're putting together some items that we would not normally. Okay. We had put some items together that we wouldn't normally have the money for, but with this windfall, but the award does give us certain criteria that must be benefit to all the people in the township, not just certain people. So we got to check on some of these things. One item is natural gas. We're going to find out for sure if the whole house generator for the hall, we've been losing power so many times that our sump pump doesn't ever shut off, and it soaks everything up to the first step. If that is something that we can do with this money, I'd like to receive permission from the board to prepare bid documents to shop for a cost in an install for that one of these units. Is that anything anybody wants to, you want to approve that subject to getting permission from the engineer for that, or do you want to put it off till next month?
Well, I think we should go ahead with it now. Everything's coming up, and it's also, we could use the hall for
Emergency
uses too. Then we'll have a generator if no one else has any power.
Okay. Is that in the form of a motion, Mr. Kaufman?
It's very loosely, but yes.
Okay. Do we have a second? We do. Okay. All right. All in favor signify by saying aye. We're not spending any money, but we are going to be directing me to prepare bid documents. All in favor signify by saying aye, please.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Nay, hearing none, motion carried. Thank you very much. The next item is the seawall that is given away. We've been suffering with for about 10 months, publicly, every meeting. It's been going on for almost 2 years. It's at 7503 River Road, and the homeowner is not able to get the contractor to begin construction until next August, and we really can't wait that long. It won't take another winter's ice jam, and the suggestion came from our accountant Marilyn DeLugie and Deputy Clerk Michelle Apt that we might be able to utilize the COVID funds for this purpose. We have to figure that out for sure. We'll check that with the engineer as well, and we'll see what he comes up with, that whether we could use it for that purpose. If we can, I have contacted the township attorney this morning. She called me back this afternoon. She is going to contact the attorney of this other guy who has now filed an appearance with us that he's done talking to us. He wants us to go through the lawyer, so we have to go through our lawyer as well. He had signed up an agreement to have it done, but they won't do it till next August. I found somebody that would give us the steel, and it would be something the township could purchase, and it would be tax-free because of us being a municipality. The amount of the steel was $15,205.20, and then the labor of a contractor that I found that will be able to start it by October 15th and complete it by November 15th, if we would approve this. So I guess we're gonna have to find out for sure if, first of all, if the man is willing to allow, and I told him if he wanted to use his lawyer, or his contractor, we'll sell him the steel, but I wanna get it, he's gotta promise to get it in the same terms, in the same period of time. He's gotta be there by the 15th of October and be done by the 15th of November. So, weather permitting. I've also notified the land contract holder. I have not heard back from him yet. I sent him another notice this morning and another one this afternoon to ask him to call me. I came in at 5:45 so that I would have a chance to speak to him. He has not returned my call. But I want the land contract holder to be aware of all this, as well as the building is in shambles. I know we could probably get a little cheaper price on putting this, driving the steel if they could do it from the land, but right now it's booked for being from a barge, so you gotta pay extra for that too. So, I don't know, the guy just doesn't seem interested in cooperating. I've laid everything out for him, but he just can't make a decision.
Even if we can't get this money from the COVID funds, we gotta get this money from someplace. We can't take a chance of losing that sewer main.
That's the way I feel too, Tom. If you want to make that in the form of a motion, I would support it. But we're only going to have, I think, 2 against 2, so I don't know. They don't feel that it should come out of the general fund. I don't know where else to get it. If we can't borrow it out of from the general fund or borrow it from the sewer fund, I mean, it's protecting I mean, I can't.
It'd be catastrophic if we lose that
Yes.
sewer main.
If that,
Then how much are we talking about losing with the sewer?
The whole thing.
if it goes,
I mean,
it'll
I
all
don't-
drain into the river. You know how much of
And then
that rubber stuff you gotta put up along to keep it
Yeah.
close to shore? I mean, that would be miles of that. I mean, it would be so expensive, you might as well just hand the keys of the township to the,
And then to rebuild it after it's gone, and then the downtime for all the residents that's on that main.
it'd be
Yeah.
catastrophic is the word. And I don't even know if we're insurable for something like that.
I think we gotta find the money
And who
someplace
is
to
the
get
one
it.
that's gonna be paying the money back?
Hmm?
Who is the one that's gonna be paying the money back?
Well, the man that owns the property, if he doesn't, we'll file a lien on it. Eventually, he's gonna sell it. We'll force the lien, and you can force a lien in 12 months. You give him a year to pay you back, and then
Yeah.
after that, you foreclose on the loan, on the lien, is
And
what it's called.
That property's worth way more than what we'd have invested in a seawall.
Yes,
So we actually, we could end up with a piece of property and have extra money I mean, we're not in that business, but
Right, but usually when the township acquires property, they can't sell it for more than,
well, that's if it's a tax foreclosure. This isn't gonna be a tax foreclosure.
well, that's why I said, what if he goes bankrupt or something?
It doesn't matter, he's gonna lose it.
we lose the property, we'll
Yeah.
get it.
We'll have a lien on it, which means we're gonna be ahead of,
We get our money before we
Yeah.
can sell the property.
before they could sell it. So, if we have enough in the sewer fund, I'd like to borrow it from that, but then charge him interest to pay it back as well. It's just, and he's gonna have to pay it off within a year.
It's not an option, we have to fix this, I mean, it's.
I know.
it's-
So I know it has to be fixed, but it's just, I didn't know if there's another option or not.
Oh, I can't think of one. I've gone through this up and down and in and out, and
I guess the water was right up, I haven't been on the site and seen it personally, but the water was right up on the manhole last time.
well, it's higher than that, because it got right to the building. 3 sides of the block building now, it's frozen broke. I mean, all the block work is shot. And that's another reason why we sent a letter Bill sent a letter to him telling him he's gotta do something about it. Either take it down, he has no permit right now, no active permit, so,
The demolition part, I think, that's concerning, but that sewer main's the most.
that's the most important thing,
That's the
yes.
most important, to protect our sewer.
I
If he
agree,
ain't- If he ain't going to, we'll have to, and just file a lien on the property.
yep.
That needs to be October 15th, we're in the 13th, we need to make a decision on this, I think, tonight.
Exactly.
And you don't
Exactly.
know if the COVID funds can be used for that.
We don't know, no, but I think that no matter what, if it can't be, I think it should be a decision that we make tonight. Are we gonna fund the steel and put this in and protect the sewer, or are we gonna let him fart around a little longer and screw us up? I mean, he's taking a lot of our time.
Is this a normal cost for a seawall?
No, he had one for like 22,000, but that was 3 months ago, 6 months ago, but steel's gone up,
Right.
you know. It was like 43 cents a pound when we started this. It's now like a buck and a half a pound. So it's, you know. So, Tom, if that's your motion,
I'd make it a motion.
you making a motion that you're
Yes.
gonna,
We need to proceed on this and get the contractor ready to go.
yep. I agree. I'll support that.
I mean, normally we get 3 bids, but we're at the end of the season. We gotta get this done now.
Yes. Yeah. All right, we have a motion on the floor to pay this out of the general fund with an interest rate of, what, we'll see what the going rate is for interest, but with an interest rate, it has to be paid back.
Because that 54,000, that won't even start to replace that sewer.
Well, that's why I wondered how much.
No, that thing,
Oh, no.
if that thing let go, and you add a couple digits on the end of that. And with the environmental impact that going out into the river, I mean, this township would be in serious trouble.
Sure would be.
Even if it's private property.
It doesn't make any difference. You can't get blood out of a stone. We're lax in not being able to push this, to get it done in a reasonable fashion. I think we've screwed around long enough trying to get him every avenue he could utilize to do it, and he's just dragging his feet, and we're done.
But he had said he would do it next year. Is that what he said?
Well, that's when I called the contractor that he had a contract with, I says, has he given you a deposit? He said, yes. I said, how much? He said, 10%. I said, 10% of what? 24,000. So he's got like $2,400 invested. That's nothing. That doesn't even pay for the cap on the wall. And I said, if we can, are you able to do your rescheduling and get this done in this period of time? And he said, well, I don't know. And I said, well, when would you know? He says, well, I don't think I can get the steel. Well, since then, I contacted the original contractor who helped me put this pricing together in the first place, and he hooked me back up with a guy that I used to deal with when we were in business, and he's found the steel. And the total, he gave me a firm price of $15,205.20. And
Is
he
there
can
any-
have it ready tomorrow.
Is there any sense in trying to call that original contractor and tell him, just pull the price of steel out of your bid and we've got the steel?
I have contacted him, he won't call me back. I called him and I said, I need an answer on this. If you want to continue with your contract with him and remove the steel from the bid proposal, we'll get the steel for you. And he doesn't, I don't think he wants to do it. He's from Harrison Township. I don't know how many walls he does around here, but it's a lot different than, so.
Well, if it's that serious with the sewer, you know, that is a problem. No ends, ifs, or buts, like you said, if it goes out in the water and.
There's a lot of people on that line.
Yeah, it would drain everything this way. It's the last one here. And then it goes to the pump station in front of AJ's, and then it goes the other side of the road and goes up to the Kmart. But you just dead end that spot, and all that water, all that sewage running out the end of the pipe there after if the ice knocked over the manhole, because it's exposed, it's above grade. You've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
And the main is right there. It's been exposed too. And the dirt is falling down from the neighbor next door. It's you know, it's depleting from the just the wash from the boats going by, ships going by, so. All right, are we ready for a vote? We have a motion and a second. All in favor of spending this money to get this handled after we talk to the attorney and the engineer? All in favor signify by saying aye by roll call vote, please.
Tom,
Yes.
Mary Agnes,
Yes.
Bev,
Yes.
Sherry, yes.
Well, it's because of the sewage. You
Motion
know,
carried.
I mean, it's a disgusting thing that could happen, and it's,
All right. But the only other thing I would say, if this other guy decides to change his mind, he's still gotta have the same terms. He's still gotta start by the 15th and be done by the 15th of November, because we can't let him put us off. It's just not gonna happen. All right, number 6 is August 24th, we had a bad electrical storm and a lightning struck the sewer station in front of AJ's. The pump was an old Alice Chalmers induction motor, and we could find no one to work on it except the same guy that's been repairing our antique equipment. A new pump was quoted at $24,525 to build a new motor. Since we couldn't be without the middle sewer pump, he was given the job to repair the old one for about a third of the cost, and the quicker, and it would be quicker than building a new motor. Since we are out at least a year before we can replace the sewer station motors for each sewer lift station, he was given the go-ahead to begin. The invoice came in quicker than the insurance company's check for the repair, so I would like to see that we pay this invoice and wait for it to be reimbursed by the insurance company, as the company jumped through hoops to get it done for us. If that's no objection, I would move that we pay this,
Here's the amount.
$8,325 to HP Electric Motor Incorporated in Port Huron, Michigan. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, we have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye by roll call vote, please.
Bev,
yes.
Mary Agnes.
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Sherry, yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. All right, we have no announcements except,
Wait, we have, these.
oh yeah, we got it here. We would like to thank Mrs. Tammy Pitzer for delivering and debriefing the township's financial statement. I would entertain a motion to receive and file the annual report for year ending 3/31/2021 at this time. Now, so move. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nay, hearing none, motion carried. Okay, we have a request to adopt a resolution which amends ordinance number 84, also known as the Water Supply System Ordinance. This resolution adds to the sections B like boy, E like Edward, F like Frank, and G like George on water billings, payments of bills, termination of services for non-payment, collections of delinquent charges for both water and sewer disposal. And when approved, the Township Board would, when they approve this, it will supersede the resolution that we did, which would be number R2021-6, with this new resolution, which is R2021-13. Do we have a motion to approve that? I'm going to suspend the reading the darn thing because it's kind of long. I'm sure you've all read it, right?
Yeah.
You got any questions on it? Okay. We need a motion to approve the new resolution 2021-013.
I so move.
Okay. We have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the resolution 2021-013. All in favor signify by saying aye, please.
Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Hearing none, motion carried. Thank you very much. Okay, request by United Way of St. Clair County with suggestions to utilize the federal and state COVID-19 grant funding by offering $1,000 per year for the next 5 years for a 211 service for St. Clair County and Cottrellville Township. This request will be presented by Mr. Brent Gillette, the executive director of United Way of St. Clair County, and my clerk tells me that we have pushed him off to next month. So, and also next month, we're gonna have Sheriff Matt King visiting. He's doing his dog and pony show in Casco Township right now, but he'll be here next month for our November meeting. And I don't have anything else. Anybody else have any board member comments? None? Then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn at 7:56.
I'll second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate your time this evening. Good night.